G'day everyone, welcome back. We're in the shed today. I have this tool roll in front of me. I've been putting this guide together for probably about 2 or 3 months now. I've been scrounging the internet, I've been scrounging AliExpress and all your usual retailers to try and put together the best tool roll for the CFMOTO 450MT that I can think of. With this tool roll, you're going to be able to take your spark plugs out. You're going to be able to take your front wheel off. You're going to be able to take your rear wheel off. You're going to be able to repair your chain and do all the other necessary maintenance while you're out in the trails to keep you riding and stop you from being stranded. So let's see what's inside. G'day everyone, we're in the shed once again. In today's video, I'm going to take you through the toolkit in front of us. This toolkit I've put together specifically for the 450MT. It's light, it does all the major maintenance you need to do, and it'll stop you from becoming stranded. All right, so before I start digging through each individual tool, I will say that a few things were in my mind when I put this kit together. I want to make sure it's as lightweight as possible. There's quite a few tools here. Anything that is heavy has to be multiple purpose, and it needs to be able to do all of the major maintenance or repair requirements. So that includes being able to take off all the plastics to access different parts and different components of the bike. You've got to be able to remove the spark plugs, and you've got to be able to take off the front and rear wheels with everything that's in this kit. There's no large levers that stick outside you have to carry separate. Everything you need is going to be in this kit in front of us. I should also point out that I've sourced these from a bunch of different places. I'm going to put as many links as I can down below in case you guys want to look into it. But yeah, I've really sort of just scrounged these from wherever I can. And I really do think this is probably one of the best, if not the best, toolkits you can put together for the money for the 450MT. All right, so starting on the left-hand side here is our largest ring spanner. So this is a 21mm ring spanner. This is the 21 you will need for the rear wheel nut to take off your rear wheel. It's not very long, but that is by design, and you can work it in with your other tools here to give extra leverage. I will also mention something that's interesting about these spanners, which you don't find, well, actually I haven't found these anywhere else. These are an AliExpress special, which I do like to sort of dabble with every now and then. This is a 21mm, however, it's only 3mm thick. So that's the same for all of these ring spanners. They're only 3mm thick, they're really thin. They're strong in the direction you need them to be when you're applying leverage, but obviously if you use them to pry and anything like that, they would bend. But for their intended purpose, they are strong, but they're also lightweight. So just for comparison, I've got a scale in front of me here. So just for size comparison before we weigh them, this is a 21mm. I don't have a standard 21mm regular spanner. However, this is a 22, which is pretty much the same size. And as you can see, the two of those, there's a significant size difference between the two and just the amount of materials required. So your standard 21/22mm wrench is going to weigh in at 340 grams, we'll say, 337. The replacement that we're using on the bike, instead of carrying a full-size wrench, is only 103 grams. So this is a third of the weight of this full-size wrench, and that applies to all these tools. So even though we have quite a few hand tools here, these are a bit of a game changer in the sense that you can bring a fully stocked toolkit with all the convenience of having multiple ring spanners, but you're not burdened by the weight by them. So I actually really like these, and like I said, I've been using them, and I'm really, really happy with these so far. So that's our 21mm, that slots back in here. Now these aren't from AliExpress, these are Ballards. These are combination tie levers. And I elected to go for these ones because they're actually quite short. I did have the misfortune of losing tie levers on a recent ride because they were full-size tie levers, which is one of these guys here. Full-size tire levers, which meant that they weren't going to fit in my toolkit, right? So I had to keep them separate, and there's always a chance that they might come loose or you might lose those by themselves. So I chose not to go with the full-size levers anymore. These ones are smaller. Individually, they are only, 143 grams. A full-size tire lever, you're looking at 430 grams. So a massive weight saving there. You know, lightness is key with this stuff. So these two levers, they work well. They're well designed. Ballards is a well-known Australian brand. I'll put a link down below. I'm not affiliated, but I'll put a link down below in case you want to look into it. Good thing with these tools too, like I said, these aren't particularly, I mean, they're light compared to a regular tire lever, but you know, there's still a bit of mass in these and they do weigh a little bit. So what's great with these is that they have a multi-purpose too. So they have different hex heads there you can use, and they work in conjunction with another tool, which I'll get to in a little bit. We've got our multi-tool. I'll put a link to this one down below as well. This is another AliExpress one, which I've been using. What's great about this too, it's got all your regular sort of like, you know, pliers, you've got your different knives and things like that. But also we have, which I think is great, is shears as well. So instead of having to carry scissors or razor blades and stuff like that, this is a really handy little multi-tool, which does a lot of things. So a little bit heavy, a little bit bulky, but it is quality and it does multiple things. So that ticks the box for that one. Moving down, we've got an assortment of bits. So we've got our Allen key and our Torx bits. With the hex head, we've got 1.5 mil all the way up to 8 mil. And for the Torx bits, we have T7, I believe, all the way up to T40. We obviously skip a few along the way, but these are just the more common sizes. And from the kits I saw online and what's already included in the pre-existing toolkit from CFMOTO, there's no avenue there to remove your spark plug. So we got this little guy here. So this is sort of like a long spark plug head. It will work with a 16 mil spark plug, which is what the CFMOTO has. And also, because it is longer, you don't need to carry any extension either. It is a 3/8 attachment, which I have an adapter for, we'll get to soon. And you know, sometimes things don't line up perfectly well. So this is actually a bit of like a wobble head. So if you're not perfectly aligned with that spark plug, this allows for a little bit of like degree of freedom. Now to work with this, I don't have any 3/8 full size socket wrenches here. I have this little guy. So this is a 1/4 inch, but it's also a bit driver as well. So that will deal with our bits here for our Torx and our Allen key head. And it's also got a driver there with a 3/8 adapter in here, I'll get to soon. And we can also drive the bits with this here, so you can use it like a screwdriver. So it's pretty fine tooth. I think it will hold up to what it needs to do. At the end of the day, spark plugs aren't that tight. It's not like removing a wheel nut or anything like that. This should be ample leverage to be able to get those out. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this little guy goes because this is a massive weight saving and it feels like good quality. Now, removing the front wheel can be a bit of a tricky one. So with this bike, you need to have I think it's the 14 mil. So after much research and contemplation, I got this guy here. So this is basically a tree of different size hex or Allen heads, whatever you want to call it. And these tools can cover off on multiple bikes because of just how many different size increments we have. So that's a good little one. The adjustable spanner, I think that's an 8-inch, does its job, versatile, good for grabbing onto things like this, good to use in conjunction with your 21 mil ring spanner because it can add further leverage to removing that wheel nut. All right, moving on. We've also got the rest of our thin 3 mil thick ring spanners. So we have an assortment here. So we've got an 8 mil, we have what I believe is a 10 mil, yep, a 12 and a 13. Because I'm sort of harping on about the weight saving with them. So let's see what they weigh. So these 4 inches here, we have 144. If we weigh this big guy too with them, I mean, that's ridiculous. What's that? 4 wrenches for 144 grams. So let's round this up. Let's call this 250 grams for all of our ring spanners. All right, so these are all the spanners. Full weight, you're looking at 610 grams versus, what was it, 250. So there you go. Good weight saving there. All right, so with everything back in place there, that's the majority of our tools. And that's when we get to this little pocket here. This is all those little things, this little beauty. Again, this is a Ballard's product, which is the same as those tire levers. This is a mini chain breaker. This is a chain breaker. This is the mini chain breaker. I actually even thought about packing this on the bike and I picked it up. I'm just like, God, it's so much weight for something that will probably never happen, touch wood. But your standard chain breaker, you're looking at, that's 745 grams right there. So our mini chain breaker weighs in at a whopping 200 grams. So way lighter, still a heavy little nugget. The sizing for all of these hex heads here correspond with what's on these levers. So again, heavy tools, but multi-purpose, big tick from me. Electrical tape, 520 size link for our chain. There's our valves, valve removal tool. And we've got an array of blade fuses here. So I've had a look in the bike of what you need, and the main sizes I've got here is we've got a 30 amp blade fuse, we've got a 5, a 7.5, and a 10 for the mini blade fuses. Okay, we're really getting down to the end of it now. So this is that 3/8 adapter I was talking about, and that's what works with this little guy here. So we've got 1/4 inch to the 3/8, and then bang, we're hooked up to remove our spark plug. And the last thing, no toolkit would be complete without an assortment of cable ties. I will also mention the actual tool roll that all these are housed in. They all fit quite nicely, they're well secured. This is a Rhino Walk tool roll. I'll put a link down below. Heavy duty canvas and a little bit of nylon. A few features I do like of it, it's got these edges that fold over, and that's good because not only does it stop or reduce the likelihood of you losing a tool, of it slipping out of the tool roll, but it also reduces the likelihood of these tools wearing away and rubbing against your bags when you're going off-road. And just that small vibration, that small bit of movement over a long period of time, you will wear holes through your bag. So this is just added protection for that. Folds over nicely like that, this side like that, bundles up, and then all links together. You can cinch those down. Let's see what we finally come in at. 2.2 kilos, we'll call it. What's that? So just over 4 pounds. Put this together for a little while, and I've been wanting to share it with you guys, but I didn't want to share it too early until I felt like it was at a state in which I could, sort of stand behind it and be like, yep, I feel good about releasing this to everyone and giving them some advice on it. Thanks for tuning in. There's more to come, and I'll see you in the next one.